EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go right. Hey, gun.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Power game to try to get in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's the fullback taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Tight end right. Super 1.
To throw is gone. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now gone. And incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams 1st. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Goff throwing again. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the red zone now, Goff. And that is incomplete here.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
76.
Back home, it's the first carry for the former Georgia Bulldog, Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. From the gun, here's Goff. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football,
4 down.
but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball to the post. Didn't happen that way.
31 yards there and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun. Let's go.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
26, gun. Let's go.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He goes underneath to Freeman. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Don't let 89 go deep.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. Goff finding Coates on a big play. 61 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time.
Now the ball comes loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line.
Get out! Wait! Wait! 21! 11!
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
21.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
20! Gun! Ready for that!
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
11. Check. 3 down. Ready to go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
11.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
I smell fear in that offense. 21.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. He's going to fire. It's caught inside the 25.
Let's go.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Check 24. Gun. Hey, gun. Hey, Tuesday.
On 2nd down, Ryan. This is caught at the 8. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go.
It's Coleman here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
The scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
54, Seth. Let's go.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Space to maneuver at the 40, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 1:52 left to play in this second quarter. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that's caught left side. It's Woods. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Super one.
Out of the gun. Gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He's going to let this one go. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Hey, Tuesday. Let him go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's going to wind up and got his man complete. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 99 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 54 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make it 24-7. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Ryan. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
You can't block me. Right. Gun.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Sitting with a grab over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Hey, let's go. Double tight. Hey, gun.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to rifle one. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Bryant's extra point up and good. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Off on first down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Now Goff on first down. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, 36 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
Value one.
Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story before the game. We were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut. And I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right, good. We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost. Sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops. There he goes again.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
3 down.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up defense all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And Jones hands it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Ryan now to throw on third down. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Ryan now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially that first down.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
This is Freeman on first and 10. There he goes again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 23-yard run. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Well, probably that's another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On first down, it's gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And now running right through it. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Here we go.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Down, gone.
12 mine.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. On second and 10, gone. Looking for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for two.
Go. Let's go, 12. Let's go.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Zerline out now to kick this one away.
I see you, boy. I see you.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at their own 24. Here's Ryan. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second down, here's Ryan. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's first and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They come out here in the line. They'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Double tight, double tight. You got 4.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Bryant's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throw left side complete. It's Woods. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To throw is gone. They got a man. It's Woods.
Here we go.
They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Watch 89.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Here we go.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, gone.
Four down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
4 down. Ready to go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. Let go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The punter Busher on now as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And the Rams now coming out on the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Hard ball.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.